Insomnia is a cruel devil, and this cruel devil has infected my life for the last 2 nights. I haven't got a nice sleep in like 48 hours or whatever, and I think the only way that I'm gonna get my soul at peace in order to catch some Z's tonight is to relinquish some of this energy I have towards my enemies and towards some overrated vocalists. Throughout the years and throughout the many decades of the punk movement, there have been some good singers, there have been some bad singers, there have been some electrifying front people, okay? But there's also been the exact opposite of that. So in today's video, it's just gonna be a simple little stroll through time. We're gonna go through some singers, through some vocalists. Particularly, these singers have a high bar of respect amongst the community, but I'm gonna tell you why I think they're exactly overrated. Hey ladies, Dan Frampton here. How's about you like, comment, and subscribe before we slip down this rabbit hole? And I think we're gonna start here in the 70s with one of those godfathers of the punk movement. We're gonna talk about Johnny Rotten, or John Lydon, John Lydon. That's right, that's the guy's name. Look at him over here, looking completely unlike he used to look. Back here in the 70s, he was snarling and he had this like red hair all tousled about, and then and then I don't know, apparently GQ in the like 2000s were like, let's do an interview with you smoking, and all of that's kind of like Johnny Rotten looking over here. But then this main picture I have pulled up, him in his big like stripy jumpsuit, not looking very flattering over here, Johnny Rotten. This guy gets credited with being in the punk band that went to #1 in UK and that was like censored by the whole government or whatever. They were really cool in the late 70s or whatever, but that was the only time the Sex Pistols were cool, okay? Any band that gets inspired by the Sex Pistols are gonna make inferior music. But to move into more recent times, into more pop-punky times, we're gonna be talking about this guy over here, okay? Patrick Stump of the band Fall Out Boy. Look at this guy over here. There is nothing cool about Patrick Stump and his little fedora and his little rectangle glasses. Oh, his tie and his collar and his little sweater. Nothing cool about that, okay? Everything about that has to be overrated because their band is really big and really popular and his like vocals resonate with a bunch of people, even though I don't think he writes the words that come out of his vocal cords sometimes, okay? Not that that's necessarily a bad thing, that could be an okay thing, but in my opinion, Patrick Stump is a little bit on the overrated side simply from an aesthetic point of view. He's just the least cool gentleman in the world. There's this hat, and then there's this hat, and then there's this fucking hat. Oh my god. And I like a good hat and glasses combo, obviously. But I think the fact that he's given the hat glasses combo a really bad look is what really grinds my gears about Patrick Stump, and actually has nothing to do with his vocal ability and his presence on stage as a frontman. The next vocalist I want to talk about is probably the best frontman of any band ever, and he's in a band right now called Drain. And me rating him this highly is still underrating him. But the reason why I'm actually talking about Sammy Chiamuntaro right now in the video is because he's actually on the enemies list of mine, and he's also on the list of best vocalists of all time. And I'd like to take him off the enemies list. So this is me surrendering, okay? This is me saying, I was wrong, okay? I was sorry. I didn't mean to do all those things that was very negative that you saw as a bad thing, okay? I didn't mean for all your friends to call me at 3 a.m. in the morning on Instagram. That was all my fault. I'm very sorry about all that, Drain Man, Slammy Sammy. If you'll forgive me, let's be friends and move on into greener pastures together, because I know you're putting out a record this year on Epitaph, okay? So it's gonna be Drain, the best band of all time, with Sammy, the best frontman of all time, coming out on Epitaph, the best punk label of all time, and you're on my enemies list? I don't like this. I need to rectify this. I was wrong. I'm currently sorry. I'm a simp and a loser and a mark. Anything you need to hear, Sammy, in order to squash this beef, okay? And maybe it's the delusional insomnia goblins that have infected my brain that are making me apologize right now, because normally I like to stand on the hills that I've created, but not today. Today I want to crumble that hill. I want to say I'm sorry, and I want to take you off the enemies list and have you just on the goats list, okay? You friggin' goat. You know we're not gonna make it through this list without talking about Machine Gun Kelly. Now I don't know if anybody's really overrating Machine Gun Kelly, but, you know, he's actually out there in the mainstream and people are crediting him as being like the forefather of the punk revival. And to me, that is blasphemy, okay? That is not chill, that is not cool, and that is overrated, and that's what's gonna land him here on the list. And what can I say about Machine Gun Kelly that I haven't already said before? So let's just check out his Instagram. You know, he doesn't do a whole lot of activity here on the Instagram, only one post since Christmas, but we just gotta check out some of these fits. Oh, he's going Russian chic over here with this bear fur hat or whatever. I lived all these years as a fuck up so I could be good in this movie. I'm in a movie, guys. I'm over here. I just acted in a movie that's gonna be out there, released to the public. I'm in a film, I'm an actor. I'm Machine Gun Kelly, take me seriously. But I'm also kind of this BDSM goth weirdo. Hee hee tee hee hee. Check out my spiky suits. No one's gonna wanna sit next to me over here. I'm a touring artist. Nice fluffy crop top. Oh my God. Holiday season, is that right? And then let's check out this holiday vibe over here. He's got his little ho 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 apron. Yeah, he's gonna dance. He's gonna show me his fucking face. Yeah, pull up that apron. You're looking very cute over here, Machine Gun Kelly. Oh, let me see those nails. Oh, beautiful. Looking cute, looking adorable. Overrated as hell, I don't like you. I don't remember if I've made you an official enemy yet, MGK. I just like to goof on you. I don't know if you've really done anything to make me like put you on that enemies list. But enemies aren't the only one that get roasted, okay? We're gonna move on to someone that is an enemy. And I don't think I've mentioned that this guy is an enemy yet, but it's this guy, Rick to Life, from the band 25 to Life, that were kind of around in the late 90s, early 2000s hardcore scene. And he was kind of seen as like a vanity hardcore kid, okay? The real hardcore kids saw this guy as a guy that was just using the hardcore aesthetic to look hard, to seem tough. This guy came from the suburbs. He just got all these tattoos so the people in the city thought that he was big and tough and cool, okay? People did not like Rick to Life. Not to mention, his name is Rick to Life. R-I-C-K-T-A Life. Rick to Life. No one has respect for him. No one likes him. He's at the very, very bottom of the pile. There was this like backyard show that he did a couple years ago where he was just like screaming into a microphone with no band around him. It was just like this new slam poetry version of 25 to Life, I guess. But no matter how lowly he is rated, that is still too high for a guy like Rick to Life. 25 to Life reads his knuckles over here. What a fella. Okay, we're gonna move into more recent post-hardcore times now and talk about our boy, Ollie Sykes. He's over here hanging out with MGK, so you know he's gonna find his way onto a list like this. Okay, a lot of people think that this guy is very attractive. A lot of people think this guy is very electric and magnetic. I am not one of the people that think that. I do not like this guy. Sure, it's great that he's getting over that addiction thing that he had. You know, that was the most recent thing in the news cycle about this fella. And I really would like to make fun of his outfit over here, but I can't because it is actually kind of a cute outfit, okay? I like the polka dot blouse look, and I'm just hoping that these necklaces are Junior necklaces. You're not gonna wanna be in a room with MGK, who is 1 degree away from Travis Barker without a Junior necklace. But what I do wanna mention about this picture over here is he's all done up, he's got his makeup done, he's got his hair done, he's got his fanciest clothes, and he's just like totally dead behind the eyes. There is no soul over here. But in these pictures over here, when he's not dressed in his polka dot blouses or whatever, when he's just in his t-shirt, when he's throwing up his fingers or whatever, when he's in his cutoffs and his fucking Bulls jerseys, he's looking happy and in his own skin. But because of this picture over here, and because of his most recent collaboration with Machine Gun Kelly, I gotta say, he's absolutely overrated. And he's kind of like a 36-year-old man still doing this like disturbed fuckboy thing on Instagram. I'm so disturbed and isn't that cute? I'm depressed, guys. Also, I'm a little damaged and addicted to drugs. Isn't that cute? Tee hee hee. But this is the picture though. This is the one that gets me. I wish that this was ironic, but you can see his big sausage nipples coming through this tight ass shirt over here. It's got his cheekbones perfectly accentuated over here. You're looking very good with your pouty little duck face. I wish that this was a meme. I wish that this was a joke, but because this is genuine and because this is authentic, I gotta say, I don't like it. And moving on, we're gonna stay in the kind of same sphere over here and talk about our boy, Ronnie Radke. Now, I recently did a video where I listened to every single one of his band songs, Falling in Reverse, every single song, to determine if they really were as bad as I thought they were. And yeah, they really are as bad as I thought they were. And if you want a whole bunch of analysis on how bad they actually are, you're gonna go back and watch that video. But for now, I just want to talk about the most recent thing that I know about this guy, and that was the lost laptop scenario that happened like last year, I guess, okay? So Falling in Reverse, they want to hit the road, they want to make those towns, but big problem, no laptops. We lost our laptops, we can't play live. So of course they got goofed by a lot of people. What do you mean you can't play live without your laptops? We got a lot of backing tracks on there that you can't live without? And yeah, maybe that might be the case. Maybe those laptops are the key to a great Falling in Reverse fucking performance. But the biggest thing about the laptops thing is, like, especially if you're a band of that level, you know, you gotta have backups. You gotta have, like, I don't know, other hard drives stored in maybe a facility with all the stuff that you need for the road. Because when you go out on the road, things get broken, things get stolen, things get short-circuited. You know, all of those type things can happen out there on the road. And you don't want your whole set, your whole tour, all the people that make money off your tour, all the people that are depending on you to get out there and make these towns. Now you can't make these towns because of your laptops. Anyway, this is an old drama. I gotta get over it. Next overrated loser on our list over here is another enemy, Harley Flanagan of the band Cro-Mags. Okay, these guys are such like a legendary New York hardcore band, but to me, this guy and I will never see eye to eye. He's blocked me on every account possible, but then Instagram got rid of his account, so he opened a new one, but on that one, I'm lucky enough not to be blocked. It's unbelievable. I'm not currently following the guy because I don't want to signal to him that I still exist. But he's actually more of a fitness motivational speaker type influencer over here on Instagram. Look at all these posts. We haven't even made it to Christmas yet. All of these goddamn posts. He's out here just posting. Okay, now we're here at Christmas. We got Cro-Mags playing a show out here dressed like Santa. Pretty freaking lame if I'm not mistaken. Oh, buff Santa looking jacked, buddy, looking great. Looking like a grunge Santa over here. I guess this was just a thing he was doing. He was just doing the Santa thing 100%. Punk rock Santa. And then he has the audacity to show this picture here with Anthony Bourdain. Some of the best conversations I had was with this guy, he says. Yeah, I'm one of the most interesting men to ever exist. I bet they were pretty good conversations. You unbelievable narcissist. But this is the content I'm here for. Look at this guy, looking jacked, looking half naked at a child's playground. Not great optics on this one, Harley. And I know you just want to be out here meeting your goals in 2023. Gotta stay shredded, brah. Gotta stay nice and shaved down too, buddy. Look at this guy shaving himself as a teenager. And that's another thing I gotta mention about this Harley guy. He is so obsessed with his own story. He'll just say the same stuff over and over and over again as if we don't already know it. And he's out here claiming that they're making a documentary about his life, when really there's just like a documentary about New York being made, and he's gonna be mentioned maybe once or twice. But he'd be like, you know, this movie about me's coming out. You're not nearly as important as you think you are. And I bet there's 100% chance that you're better at judo or whatever than you are at punk rock. But because you are more prolific as an influencer right now, I'm relinquishing your title as musician and hardcore legend. Coming in at number 2, we got Billy Joe Armstrong, an absolute bona fide enemy of the channel. And he committed the worst crime of all. And that crime is just being super cringe. He acted in that movie, okay, I forget the name of it right now, and that movie was so bad and it wasted so much of my time that I put this guy officially on my enemies list. Don't like the way he dresses, don't like the way he looks, don't like his little makeup, don't like his little music, don't like the way he plays guitar, don't like the way he stands, don't like the way he breathes, don't like the way he walks. I don't like anything about this guy. This guy is the worst guy to ever exist, except for our number 1 entry, an even worse human being and plague on this earth is Henry frickin' Rollins, okay? That's right, Henry Rollins is the worst vocalist of all time. And most people are like, no man, he's like this really angry guy, he's like this really poetic guy. I don't think any of those things. This guy is a cringe guy. This guy comes out here thinking that he's like some big red-pilled macho man, okay? He wants to make all the sad, sorry boys look up to him and be like, that's how you be a real man. Over there, like Henry Rollins. Write some more real man poetry for me, Henry Rollins. Take this on a book tour for me, Henry Rollins. Are you gonna sit in the goddamn Chapters or Indigo or Barnes & Noble or whatever and do a book signing for me, Henry Rollins? When's your next podcast dropping, Henry Rollins? I do not like Henry Rollins, okay? This guy is the hardcore jock that nobody asked for. Nobody wants this guy around. Okay, some of the songs that he was on were okay, but mostly that first record, okay? That first record was a good record by Black Flag, and everything after that, not a good record. He did everything bad. I don't officially have him on my enemies list right now, but I'm talking my way into it. So that's it. 10 of the most overrated front people of all time. They can all hit the bricks. But before you hit the bricks, how's about you like, comment, and subscribe? I can't believe I made it all the way through that video in one piece. I'm extremely tired and extremely delusional, and I completely forget everything that I just said. I hope that it was entertaining. Okay, until my next upload, you can watch another upload.